Okay, dear students, welcome back to Sri Ramanuja Vidya Mandir. Today is the 7th session on the topic of current electricity. This is very important session for the topic of current electricity, students, because in this session we are going to learn the most important, the current electricity topic, that is find out equivalent resistance when number of resistors are parallel or series parallel. So this is a very important. If you know how to calculate this equivalent resistance in whatever manner they have given, then you can easily solve the problems in any topic of electricity and magnetism, students. I am telling you confidently that if you know this topic, and I will teach you in such a way that it is very easy to find out the equivalent resistance when number of resistors are connected in series parallel or series parallel, then you can confidently solve all the problems. So let us begin today's session, that is finding out the equivalent resistance and what is meant by series, what is meant by parallel, and what is meant by series and parallel. I hope, students, this is a very interesting topic, students. So please listen carefully, pay attention how to understand whether the given resistors are in series or whether the given resistors are in parallel. Okay, students, first before that, let us see, in your lower classes also you must have learnt about resistor or heard about resistor, the name resistor, and you must have seen, some of you may be having seen the resistors also. If you have not seen, you can see on the screen, students. So this is the resistor where I am showing it here. I am enlarging it here, students. You can see. So these are called as the resistor, students. This one is called as the resistor. This is called as the resistor. 3 kilo ohms and 1 kilo ohm, 2.5 kilo ohms. Generally, if you see any electronic circuit, the most fundamental element that you will find in any electronic circuit is the resistor element. Of course, there are other two elements like inductor and capacitors. Definitely they will see it in any electronic circuit, but most fundamental electronic element is called as resistor, where you can identify the value of resistance by seeing the color code. You can see, students, here on the board that there are some color bands. Okay, for example black here, then red color, yellow color. Depending upon the color code of the resistor, you can easily evaluate what is the resistance of the resistor. So that we'll see afterwards, students, but just just to observe that the resistor will be like that, students. Of course, while solving problems, you don't need what is the color code and all, just they'll give the value, so therefore you just substitute that value in the formula and find out the equivalent resistance. So now I am just showing you, if anybody have seen you what is resistor and how it look like. For that reason I am showing you. Okay, otherwise it's not required, students. So now let us see, students. So first of all, 1 minute, students. I'll delete this one, and so okay. So now, see here, students. Today's topic is equivalent resistance. Okay, first of all, we'll see what is meant by equivalent resistance. What is resistance? We have heard, we have learned, students. Resistance is nothing but the property of an element, property of a conductor to resist the flow of electrons. That is called as the resistance. Okay, which we have studied in Ohm's law. Okay, students. So now, when number of resistors are there, okay, students, we can connect them either in three ways. Means either in series or in parallel. Here this is called series, this is called as parallel, this is called as series parallel. Okay, students. So in this session we are going to see, first of all, what is meant by series connection. Like if the resistors are connected like this, that is called as series. How to identify in the circuit whether the resistors are in series, and if they are connected like this, that is called as parallel. And here this is in series with these three are in parallel, and this is in series. So this is called as a series parallel connection. Okay, students. So this is called as series parallel. Okay, students. So I hope all of you must be knowing the actual basic formula for the equivalent resistance, students. Okay, the basic formula for the equivalent resistance in series connection is R1 plus R2 plus R3. And if they are in parallel, 1 by R equivalent equal to 1 by R1 plus 1 by R2 plus 1 by R3. Most of the students must be knowing this one, because in your lower classes you must be solving problems using this formula. So in this, R equivalent means the equivalent resistance, R1 means resistance of the resistor R1, R2 means resistance of resistor R2, R3 means resistance of the resistor R3. Okay, students. So for an instant, just to understand, students, that what is meant by series and what is, I'll explain briefly, students. Means Here I am explaining briefly, but afterwards we are going to see in detail what is series and what is parallel. But in brief, if you want to know what is series and what is parallel, students, here you can see one image, students. This is called as electric circuit in series versus electric circuit in parallel. Okay, so here there are two bulbs, okay, students, connected to this is the cell, okay, and here also there are two cells, two bulbs connected to the cell, okay, and now this is the switch. So now when you switch on this one, the current will flow from positive to negative like this, like this, like this, like this. Okay, students. So that means here the current remains same. Whatever current is flowing in this bulb, it will also flow through this bulb and will come out. Okay. And in case of this circuit, the circuit which is in parallel, here when it comes here, the current will divide like this. So some current will go here, some current will go here. Okay, students. And again those two currents will combine and then it will come to the negative terminal of the battery. So in this way, here the current divides, whereas here the current remains same. Okay. So that definition of what is series and what is parallel we are going to see. Just in brief, we have just seen here in terms of bulb. Okay, glowing of bulb, students. So now let us see first what is meant by series connection. Okay, students. Okay. So when we say that two resistors are said to be in series, suppose let us say, students, this is one resistor, this is the symbol for resistor, this is R1 and this is what, students, R2. So when do we say that these two are in series? Okay, when do we say these two are in series means when the two resistors are connected in such a way that if the same current is flowing in both the resistors, if the same current is flowing in both the resistors, just like here I am giving example here, students, there is one bulb here. This is one bulb, this is second bulb, okay, and now these are connected to the battery. Okay, students, this is positive terminal, suppose here like this, and there is one more wire like this. This is the switch, and then this one. So now when the switch is on, students, when the switch is on, what will happen is current will flow like this. Suppose let's say current of 2 amperes is flowing. So 2 amperes will flow like this through this bulb, and then it will come out like this, and then it will pass through this bulb, and then it will come out. Okay, students, and then it will go into this one. So that means same current is flowing here also, in this bulb also same current is flowing, in this bulb also same current is flowing. So that type of circuit in which same current is flowing, here also you can see, students, this one here current is going like this. Suppose 2 amperes is flowing in this bulb, and the same 2 amperes will also flow through this bulb like this, it will come back. Okay, students. So that is called as series circuit, students. Okay. So before understanding series and in this series circuit, students, when we say equivalent resistance of resistors in series circuit means what does it mean? Is we can replace these two resistors with a single resistor. We can replace those two resistors with single resistor. That single resistor is called as equivalent resistance. For example, see here, students, here 6 ohms and 6 ohms are connected in series. And what is the equivalent resistance, students? When the two resistors are in series, 12 ohms. So that means these two can be replaced by 12 ohms like that. Okay, students. Suppose let us say we have here, this is 6 ohms and 6 ohms. This is 6 ohms, this is 6 ohms. Now when they are connected to the cell of 12 volts, how much current will flow, students, here? Here current of I is equal to how much, students? 6 plus 6, 12, 12 by 12, 1 ampere, because we know I equal to V by R. Now I can replace these two resistors with one single resistor of how much, students? 12 ohms. Okay, and now if I connect to the same voltage, how much current will flow? 1 ampere. So that means these two resistors are replaced by this single resistor. Okay, so this single resistor which is equivalent of these two resistors is called as equivalent resistance in series connection. Okay, students. So suppose if 3 resistors are connected in series, how much, students? 6 plus 6 plus 6. Of course, we'll derive it how we got that R1 plus R2 plus R3, because you already know it. I'm just telling the formula for the resistors in series. Otherwise, we are going to derive it in another 5 minutes. Okay, students. So suppose 6 are in series. So 6 plus 6 plus 6, 18 ohms. So its equivalent resistance is same as 18 ohms. So like that, suppose 4 resistors are there. Then they are same as how much, students? 24 ohms. That means we can replace all these with one single resistor of 24 ohms. So when you replace that one, the current in the circuit should not change. So here also 1 ampere is flowing, here also 1 ampere is flowing. I hope, students, you understood that. So now we'll define first of all what is meant by series connection, students. First of all, what is meant by series connection? Okay, students. So when we say two resistors are said to be in series, when we say two resistors are said to be in series, two resistors are said to be in series only, two resistors are in series only, two resistors are in series if they have same current, students, if they have same current and different voltage, students, and different voltage. Okay, students, so that means current should remain same and voltage should be different, then those two resistors are said to be in series, students. Okay, students, for example, suppose let us say this is one resistor, this is let us say R1, this is let us say R2. Okay, students, so now if I connect it to some cell of voltage V, then what will happen, students? First current will flow like this, it will flow like this, it will go like this, like this, like this, like this, and then come back. Now here how much current is flowing through R1? I1. How much current is flowing through R2? Sorry, I. Same current. So that means these two are in series, and the voltage across those two resistors will be V1 and V2, students. According to Ohm's law, what is V1, students? V1 is equal to I into R1. V2 is equal to I into R2. So voltages are different. Okay, students, currents are same. So if it is a case of three resistors also, it is same, students, R1, R2, R3. So how much they are connected to the some cell of voltage V. Now how much current is flowing, students? I. So same I will be flowing in R1, R2 and R3. So that means these three are in series, but the voltage across V1 means this one, and the voltage across V2 means this one, and the voltage across V3 means this one is different. Okay, students, so that is called as series connection, students. Two resistors are in series if they have same current and different voltage. Two or more than two resistors also, students. So now we'll derive first what is the equivalent resistance in series, students. Let us see how to calculate the equivalent resistance in series, students. Okay, so let us see. Okay, so this is the derivation for equivalent resistance, derivation for equivalent resistance in series, derivation for equivalent resistance in series, derivation for equivalent resistance in series, students. Okay, so now let us take one circuit, students, simple circuit. Let us say this is R1, this is R1, R2 and R3. Now they are connected to some cell of voltage V, students. Okay, now what will happen, students? Same current will flow. Now current I will flow like this, it will go like this, like this. Same current I will be flowing in R1 and R2 and in R3, students. Okay, but the voltage across R1 will be different. Correct or not, students? Okay, that is what the definition of what, students? Series connection. Okay, V3. So now according to Ohm's law, what is V1, students? IR. Now what is the current flowing through R1? I only. Okay, and what is the resistance? R1. What is the voltage V2, students? I into its resistance R2. And what is the voltage V3, students? I into R3. Now total voltage will be equal to sum of the voltages, no, students? V1 plus V2 plus V3 only. Suppose if V equal to some 15 volts. Okay, students, so it may divide as 5, 5, 5 like that, or in some cases 2, then 2, 8, 5 or anything. Okay, but the sum of V1 plus V2 plus V3 equal to 15, students. So now we can write this as V1 as what, students? I into R1 plus I into R2 plus I into R3, and here what is the common, students? I. So therefore R1 plus R2 plus R3. Okay, students, so this is the V equal to I into R1 plus R2 plus R3. So now we are replacing this entire circuit. Okay, students, we are replacing this entire circuit with a single resistance, students. That means I want to replace with one single resistor. I want to replace this all the three resistors with one single resistor. That is called as R equivalent. And what is the meaning of replacing all those three resistors with single resistor, students? The current should remain same. If here the current I is flowing, here also the same current I is flowing with the same applied voltage V. So now here if you apply Ohm's law, what is V, students? Here I into R equivalent, and these two circuits are same, students. So that means I can write in place of V as what, students? V equal to I into R equivalent is equal to I into R1 plus R2 plus R3, students. So if you cancel I, so what is the R equivalent, students? R equivalent is equal to R1 plus R2 plus R3, students. Okay. So this is the very important formula and one of the basic formula for the resistors in series, students. I hope you understood, students, this one. So this is called as the finding out equivalent resistance in series. Okay, students. So now let us see one simple example, students, here. One simple example. Okay. For example, suppose let us say we have, okay, find R equivalent between A and B. Find R equivalent between A and B. Okay, students. Suppose let us say this is one resistor, this is one resistor, this is called as A, this is called as B, and let us say this is 5 ohms, this is some 7 ohms. Okay, students. So whenever they ask the resistance, equivalent resistance, they will also give us the terminal, students. Always remember, like here they are asking the resistance, equivalent resistance across the terminals A and B. Okay, students. So the first step, always remember, students. Okay. So the first step is wherever they ask, wherever the resistance, the equivalent resistance they are asking across the terminals, across those terminals you have to draw one battery, students. Okay. So since it is the first problem we are physically drawing, but afterwards you have to draw in your mind. That means you have to assume that there is a battery across the terminals AB and current starts flowing from A to B, like that. But since this problem is the first problem, we are doing by drawing physically this one. That means suppose let us say this is 5 ohms and this is what, 7 ohms, students. This is 5 ohms and this is 7 ohms. So they are asking us to calculate what is the equivalent resistance across AB. So across that AB we have to first draw one cell, student. We have to connect them to the cell of battery of or cell of voltage V. So now we know current will always start from positive terminal. So it will go like this, it will go like this, and it will go like this. Okay, students. So now since here the current is starting from here and going like this, and the same current is flowing in both the resistors, so therefore they are in series. So therefore we can replace them as what, students? With single resistor of how much? 5 plus 7, that is equal to 12 ohms, students. So therefore the equivalent resistance across AB is equal to 12 ohms. Okay, students. So first always we should draw the one cell across the terminals across which they are asking the equivalent resistance. Then you will clearly understand the flow of current if you draw it. But after some practice of solving some problems, mentally you should be able to visualize that there is a cell connected across the terminals and the current will start flowing from positive terminal to the negative terminal, and now you have to see, you have to verify whether the current in both the resistors is same or not. If the current flow in both the resistors is same, that means those two resistors are in series. Okay, students. So sometimes they may not give like in horizontal way, students. Most of the students will get confused with this way of giving, students. For example, let us say they will ask find equivalent resistance between A and B. Find equivalent resistance between A and B. Okay, and they may give this like this. And many students will get confused that, sir, now here the resistors are not given in horizontal way, they are given in vertical way. Doesn't matter. But our definition of what is the series connection, a series connection is said to be, that means two resistors are said to be in series if the current flow remains same and the voltage is different. That is what we have to verify, students. Suppose let us say here 5 ohms, 7 ohms and 8 ohms, students. What is the equivalent resistance across A and B? So now how to calculate, students? First we should connect one cell across AB. Okay, students. So this is the cell of voltage V, and now current will start flowing from positive terminal. It will go like this, it will go like this. So same current will be flowing here. Whatever current is flowing in 5 ohms, same current would be flowing in all the resistors. So that means they are all said to be in series. So here the resistors are not given in horizontal direction, but they have given in vertical direction, but doesn't matter. Okay, whether they have given in horizontal or vertical, you just have to verify whether the current flow is same or not. That is what we have to verify. So you can clearly understand that these three resistors are in series. So 5 plus 7 12, 12 plus 8 5 plus 7 plus 5 plus 7 12, 12 plus 8, that is equal to 20 ohms, students. Okay, so that means this is called as the equivalent resistance between the terminals A and B. Now let us see another example, students. Okay, for example, if they ask find the equivalent resistance between A and B, find the equivalent resistance between A and B. This is A. Now here I am giving some in horizontal direction, some in vertical direction. Okay, students. Suppose let us say this is 2 ohms, this is 5 ohms, this is 3 ohms, and then this is 10 ohms. Okay, students. So here you may feel that some are in horizontal, some are in vertical. Doesn't matter. Whatever the type of connection they have given, we just have to follow the standard procedure. What is the standard procedure, students? Just connect one battery to the terminals A and B, or cell to the terminals A and B of voltage V, and start the current flowing from positive terminal, and just see the flow of current. Is the current flowing same in all the resistors, students? Yes. Is the current getting divided somewhere and going? No. The same current, whatever current is flowing in 2 ohms, same current is flowing 5 ohms, 3 ohms, and then 10 ohms. So that means all are in series connection. So that means I can replace them with one single resistor of how much, students? 2 plus 5 plus 3 plus 10, students. So 7 plus 3 10, 10 plus 10 20 ohms, students. So that is how we should calculate the equivalent resistance, students. I hope you understood how to calculate the equivalent resistance, student. Okay, when the resistors are connected in series. Now let us go to the parallel connection, students. What is meant by parallel connection? Okay, of course in all our household appliances are all connected in parallel. Most of you must be knowing this one. All the appliances in our house, whether tube lights, fans, ACs, or computers, whatever may be the electrical appliance that is there in our house, all are connected in parallel, students. That's why when you switch off one, it will not affect the other. Okay, suppose you are in a room, you are switched off the fan, it will not switch off the tube light because they are in parallel. Okay, students. Suppose if they are in series, the moment you switch on fan, the tube light also will go. Okay, students. So that's why in our household circuits, whatever circuits that are there in our household, those are all connected in parallel. So therefore one circuit will not affect the other one. Okay, students. So here you can see clearly parallel circuit. For example, this is the way in which the two resistors are connected in parallel. Okay, students. If you want to understand more clearly, you can see this diagram, students. Okay, once you understand this diagram, it's very easy. Okay, so here you can see, students. So here there are two bulbs connected in parallel, okay, to the cell and then switch. This is called as cell, this is called as switch. Okay, so the moment when you switch on, what will happen is the current will start flowing like this, students. The current will flow like this, like this. When the current comes here, what is happening, students? It is getting divided. It is getting divided. Okay, students. So this current will flow in this bulb, this current will flow in this bulb, and again that same current will come here, and then it will get added, and then it will come back to the negative terminal of the battery. So here current gets divided. Okay, students, I hope you understood. The current gets divided. Here the current gets divided. In case of series, the current remains same. Current gets divided. Okay, very, very important, students. Current gets divided. So only when the current gets divided, we can say that the two resistors are in parallel, and then the voltage remains same. The voltage remains same. Voltage remains same. So now across these two resistors, the voltage remains same, students. Okay. Suppose here the cell is of 2 volts. Okay, students. So now across this 2 volts is there. Correct or not? Across this 2 volts. Now same 2 volts is across the bulb 1 as well as bulb 2, students. Okay, that's why you see, students, in your household, our normal voltage, of course that is AC, but doesn't matter, concept is same, principle is same. In our household circuits, what is the general voltage, students? 230 volts. So now suppose you take fan. 230 volts is connected to fan, and if you take tube light, 230 volts is connected to tube light also. That means voltage remains same. Okay. Suppose if you take AC, that for that also you are giving 230 volts only. That means when some resistors or elements are connected in parallel, means the voltage across those must remain same. This is one of the property of parallel connection. Whereas current should get divided, or current should divide in both the resistors. I hope students you understood the difference between the basic difference between circuits which are in series and circuits which are in parallel. Okay, students. So for example, see here, students, there are 3 resistors. Okay, and here they are connected in parallel. Okay, students. So how do you identify whether the circuits are in parallel? Means suppose if you take one resistor as R1, students. Okay, let us say this is the starting point, this is the finishing point, and you take one more resistor, students. Suppose if you take this as the starting point and this as the finishing, and this is, let us say, R2, and suppose you have one more resistor, students, R3, and let us say this is the starting point of that resistor and this is the finishing point of that resistor. And when you connect all these starting points to one point, and when you connect all the finishing points to one point, and when this starting point is connected to one terminal of the cell and the finishing point is connected to another terminal of the cell, then that is said to be called as parallel connection. That is said to be called as parallel connection. I hope students you understood what is meant by parallel connection. Okay, so here that is the way here it is connected, and here once the circuit is connected like this, students, now suppose let us say I current is flowing. Now this I current will come like this, when it comes here, it will divide into 3 parts. Okay, students, let us say this is I1, this is I2, and this is I3. Just like here you can see, students, here this is called as the main current I, which is getting divided into I1, I2, and then this is I3 in all the 3 resistors. And again this current I1 will come here, I2 will come here, I3 will come here, and then they'll join, they'll combine, and then they form the original current I, and the same original current will come back to the negative terminal of the cell, from which from the positive terminal, if the current is if current I goes out to the negative terminal, the same current I will come, students. Okay, students, so this is called as a parallel connection, students. This is called as a parallel connection. So now let us derive what is the expression for the equivalent resistance in case of parallel circuit, student. Okay, so let us see, students, here. Okay, I'll do it in the next slide, students. Okay, so let us say this is R1. Okay, students, and this is R2, and this is R3. Okay, now all of them are connected in parallel. All of them are connected in parallel like this. Okay, students, now they are connected to the same cell. All of them are connected to a cell of voltage V, from which current I will start, and then this current, when it reaches here, it will divide into 3 parts. One is called as I1, and one is called as I2, and one is called as I3. Okay, students. Okay. Now our aim is to replace, what is our aim, students? To replace these 3 resistors into one single resistor. Our aim is that one, to replace those 3 resistors into one single resistor. That is called as equivalent resistance, such that when you connect that single resistor to the same cell, same current should be flowing. I only should be flowing. That is our aim. Okay, students. So now let us see how to calculate this one, students. Okay. Okay. Now let us see, students, how to do it. Now here, as I told you, whenever we say parallel, what is the condition, students? Parallel means current will divide and voltage remains same. Current gets divided and voltage remains same. Current gets divided and voltage should remain same. This is the condition, students. Okay. So now let us see, students. So now since current gets divided, we can write down that I is equal to I1 plus I2 plus I3, students, at this point. At this point, what is the incoming current? I. What are the leaving currents? I1, I2, I3. In fact, this is called as the Kirchhoff's current law, students. Afterwards, we'll see. Okay. So I equal to I1 plus I2 plus I3, students. And we know according to Ohm's law, student, if V equal to IR, what is I, students? I equal to V by R. So now, as I told that in parallel connection voltage remains same. So that means across all these resistors how much voltage we have connected, students? V. So that means across this also how much, students? R1 V. Across R2 also V. Across R3 also V. So now for this resistor we know V, I1 and R1. So what is I1, students? According to Ohm's law, V by R1. And for this also I know the resistor R2 in which current I2 is flowing having voltage V. So what is I2, students, here? I2 is equal to V by R2. And for the third resistor also I know what is the voltage across R3 and what is the current flowing through R3. So I3 is equal to V by R3, students. So that means V by R1 plus V by R2 plus V by R3, students. So now on the left hand side, students, here when you replace all these resistors with this single resistor R equivalent, here also I know the voltage across this R equivalent is V and the current passing through that is I. So I can write I is equal to, according to Ohm's law, like this, I equal to voltage by resistance. So V by R equivalent, students. So that means I can write this as V by R equivalent. So now V will get cancelled, students. So 1 by R equivalent is equal to 1 by R1 plus 1 by R2 plus 1 by R3, students. So this is a very important formula, students, when the resistors are connected in series and parallel. Sorry, when the resistors are connected in parallel. When three resistors are connected in parallel. And here one important note, students, generally mostly 90% of our problems will have two resistors, students, in parallel. Generally we will have two resistors in parallel like this. Okay, students. So when two resistors are in parallel, there is one shortcut formula, students, which you should by heart. Okay. So when these two resistors are replaced by one single resistor of R equivalent, students, R equivalent of same voltage and same current. Here same current should flow here. That is the condition, students. So what is the formula, students, here? According to just now we derived 1 by R equivalent is equal to 1 by R1 plus 1 by R2. Okay, students. So if you take LCM here, how much? R1, R2. Here R1 plus R2. Of course R2 plus R1, that is equal to 1 by R equivalent. So now I can write this one as R equivalent is equal to R1 into R2 by R1 plus R2, students. So again this is one of the very important formula which you should be by hearting, students. Very important. Okay, students, how much important it is I cannot tell also. This is so important that you should just by heart this one. And the way to by heart this one is, students, R equivalent is equal to, that means the equivalent resistance when two resistors R1 and R2 are connected in parallel is product of resistors divided by sum. Product by sum. That is how you should remember, students. Okay, product by sum. Just like here you can see this is the R1 into multiplied by R2 plus R1 plus R2. Okay, so product by sum, students. For example, we have, suppose let us say, students, 6 and 3. For example, let us say R1 is 6, R2 is 3. So immediately you should say, students, R equivalent how much, students? 6 into 3, 18 divided by 6 plus 3, 9. So that means how much, students? 2 ohms. So immediately it should come to your mind, students. Okay. So if two resistors are in parallel means immediately the equivalent resistance is 2 ohms. Product by sum. You cannot just go by this one, students. And most of the problems will have two resistors. Okay. So that is how you should calculate. And please by heart this formula, students. Product by sum when two resistors are connected in parallel. Okay, students. So that is what the equivalent resistance in parallel. So let us see one simple problem, students. Okay, in parallel. Okay, suppose let us say, students, we have, if they ask find the equivalent resistance between, find equivalent resistance between A and B. Okay, students. So suppose let us say they have given like this. This is called as okay students. So they have given like this. Okay students, suppose let us say this is A, this is B. Okay students, so now here they have given some 5 ohms and here they have given some 15 ohms. Okay students, so now what is the equivalent resistance across? Generally they won't give like the, generally they won't give the cell, student. They'll ask find the equivalent resistance between A and B. So what is the starting step, students? First we should always draw, or we should always take one cell between A and B. Then we can say that the current I is flowing like this, and when the current comes to A, it will divide into 2 parts, I1 and I2. And since the current is dividing, we can say that the 2 resistors are in parallel, and therefore we can use the equivalent resistance formula for parallel connection, which is equal to R equivalent is equal to product by sum. So 5 into 15 divided by sum. So that is equal to 5, sum means 5 plus 15, 20. So 5 4s are 20. So that means 15 by 4 ohms. I hope students you understood. In some problems they'll give like this also, students. Suppose let us say they ask find the equivalent resistance. Find equivalent resistance between A and B, students, and then they'll give like this. This is vertical, students. Okay, this is A, this is called as B, students. Suppose 6 ohms and 3 ohms. Okay students, so now here just because they gave in vertical direction, you should not get confused, students. Here we should verify whether the 2 resistors are in series and parallel. And how to verify, students, whether they are in parallel or not? Just draw one cell to the terminals A and B, and then let us start taking current from positive terminal. So now first current will go like this, and when it comes here, now it has 2 ways, students. It can go like this and it can go like this. So that means here current is getting divided and voltage is same voltage is applied across both the resistors. So therefore since current gets divided, they are in parallel. And what is the formula for the equivalent resistance in parallel, students? 6 in product by sum. 6 plus 3 9. So that means 18 by 9, that is equal to 2 ohms, students. Okay, so I hope students you understood how to find out the equivalent resistance when the resistors are in series and when the resistors are in parallel. Very easy. And in the next session we'll see when resistors are connected in the same circuit, they are in series as well as in parallel, and how to find out that one. That is also very interesting. If you know these, that will become very easy, students. So in the next session we are going to see how to calculate the equivalent resistance in series and parallel, students. So thank you very much, students.